Hello, this is what I do to precast as a Dragonhunter. So first and foremost, in general, whenever I have a precast for a class, I always have a separate template to use that has 100% boon duration. In this case, my template consists of full diviner gear, monk runes, full diviner accessories, relic of the claw, and a diviner staff with superior and major sigils of celerity. You can stack them, just make sure they're on a different tier. As long well as well as your agony resistance that you need. For your template, make sure to select the traits that you use to actually fight with on your precast templates. But you're free to swap utilities as needed. On my precast template, I use Feel My Wrath, Stand Your Ground, Procession of Blades, Save Yourselves, Litany of Wrath, as my util skills. To start out with, if you're waiting for people, or someone's delayed, you feel free to like use your staff 3 to give everyone swiftness. Swiftness doesn't hurt, you know. But aside from that, what you're gonna do is you can give yourself quickness before you do anything else in case your quickness DPS is lagging behind, or they just don't give you instant quickness. It will just make your precast smoother. But then you just basically use your utilities. You can staff 4. You can blast a fire field that someone might have put down with staff 2. But the most important thing is using Save Yourselves and Stand Your Ground to give yourself as many boons as possible because of your Virtues trait that grants you more damage for each boon you have. So actually, I would actually just use staff on yourself. To be fair, regardless. So again, quickness first. And that's it. Or to incorporate Relic of the Claw. Sorry, let me explain what I did before actually. So again, let me recap. Quickness, you have a lot of boons. You also have a lot of boons. Using your heal skill isn't bad. 6 seconds of Litany of Wrath or any damage mitigation in the beginning. It's not super imperative, you know, but you're more than welcome to just use it to have it. You can use your Shield of Courage to give yourself stability as well. Plus a decent lasting shield, as well as Inspiring Virtue, the trait for 6 seconds that grants you 10% damage. Whether they're beneficial or not, you know, at the beginning of the fight when you're placing, you know, whatever, your sword and then your trap and then activating your spear. It depends. I'm not sure, but you can always do that, at least for the stability. Okay, let me just GG, and we'll do it again. Quickness, staff 3. It's super quick because both Save Yourselves and Stand Your Ground are instant cast skills. The only cast you actually need is Feel My Wrath, staff 3, in your Litany of Wrath. Shield of Courage instant cast? It's more or less instant cast. It triggers, but there's still a little bit of animation to it. So that's all you really need for your precast template, or your precast as a Dragonhunter. And then afterwards, you can either manually swap to the skills that you're going to use in the fight, or just switch to your actual fighting template that has all your damaging skills and weapons on them. Or look something like this. Again, staff 3, but it's fine, whatever. And we'll just do it, and then switch to my fighting template and commence the fight. The Relic of the Claw. Sorry, Let me go to my precast template. Relic of the Claw. You use it with Scepter of Thorns, right? So what we're gonna do is do our normal precast, run in, Scepter of Claw, and then start a fight. That's the precast I do. A lot of other people might put symbols down as they're running to the fight. They go bum, 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 and then eventually sorry. And then eventually switch their fighting gear and then do more damage to stack symbols. Maybe one day I'll do that, but you don't have to worry too much about that. This is enough to pre-boon. Or to precast. One cool thing I can show you actually, and show you guys is Pretrapping. Okay, so normally if I put a trap here, for example, Light's Judgment, and then I switch template, it disappears. What you can do is hover over it and right click it and prepare to switch the skill to something else. So I'm going to leave my mouse over the Sword of Justice. Using the key for this utility slot, right? I would activate it, dodge backwards once it finishes casting, and then click on the utility skill that I want to swap it to. Now, this is what we call a bugged trap. I bugged the trap, and now if I swap templates, it remains on the field. Even if I didn't swap templates, right? Let's say, for example, I'm back to my precast. Actually, I'll do it here. I put the trap down. If I swap skills, it will disappear. So, for example, on SciAx, right, for clearing out the ads in a part of the 66 and 33% phase, you can use this technique to put traps down where the ads will spawn to make it easier to kill your ads. So what I would do is, let's say I had these, right? I put this, I can put that. I can put this one, I need to bug it. So click it, it finishes casting, dodge backwards and switch U2. And now it's there. And now once I swap templates, all the traps are still there. Let's do it again. Go back to my precast template. What do I have here normally? Okay, normally I have save yourself. And, am I in the right? Yeah. I'll have save yourself and stay in your ground. Let's pretend it is SciAx actually. Here, I'll do processional blades here. Let's say this is 12 o'clock. I put Dragon's Maw here. I put Test of Faith. And then I want to bug this trap, Light's Judgment. Put it down, dodge backwards, switch. And now it's there. This one, I'm not sure if it disappears or not. Maybe not. Maybe this one doesn't bug. You'll have to like figure out which one bugs. I can't tell you off the top of my head. But then I go back, switch to my staying on ground, go back to the singularity with my team, and then go ahead and start booning. Take the singularity, start the fight. Sorry, go towards the fight, switch to my fighting template, and then start the fight. And then all these traps are still gonna linger on the field, and then you'll be able to do, you know, damage. SciAx phases. The ad spawns here, the traps trigger, and then boom. I said this was going to be a precast. Well, I mean, it's technically a precast, right? Yeah. But yeah, that's how you pre-trap certain traps. Sorry, I got distracted. I think that's it. All right.